Hi everyone, welcome back to part 34 of my TemTem playthrough. Today's episode is going to be a bit larger as I will be entering Cipanku, which is a new region. In the last episode, we went ahead and backtracked as well as completed a couple of side quests that were available. I believe we have covered everything in Gisiva as well. The only regions that will be skipped are the ones which are explored by the crystal skates. Right now, I'm going to focus on Cipanku as we do have a couple of side quests which need me to be here. And of course, here is my team. If you remember, I added a new team member in the end of last episode called Oshukun. It is at level 47 right now. I'm hoping to go ahead and level it up, bring it closer to the level in which my team is. Anyway, in order to move on forward, we do have to talk to Augustine here and tell him that we're ready to finally go to Cipanku. We of course have quite a lot of items to complete. The first one is the main quest, which has me follow, I believe, a floating castle that Belsoto clan owns. We probably have to raid it. We also have Dr. Sasaya here, who is a dojo master, so I'll probably have to challenge her as well. Carlos is coming with us this time to Cipanku, and we also have the special letter from the Congress telling that we are a special agent and will get some newer access for it. Since we are a agent, apparently we get a better room than the last time. I must say this room is looking super good. We're of course back on Naval, which means that the layout of the ship is going to be probably the same. Although we might have some newer NPCs coming with us for this battle. As far as Cipanku goes, this is the first time I'm going through this part of the game. I did play this game once before and I had ended it out in Gisiva. So definitely all of these newer stuff that is coming up, I have no idea about them, and probably I'll be taking the episodes a bit slowly because of it. We do have a couple of guards here. None of them really have any distinct dialogues, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. But I definitely want to explore this whole ship just to make sure that I know where I'm supposed to go in case there is a side quest. Anyway, I'm kind of used to running errands for Adia, who is our captain here in Naval. Probably I'll be doing that here as well, but I'm pretty excited. Now, Cipanku does have a lot of new TemTems. I'm pretty sure that there are a couple of them you can actually add to your team. But when it comes to my team, both of the TemTems that I still need are actually from the 6th region. So I really do not have anything to catch here in Cipanku. But of course, I'm still going to go ahead and talk about the new TemTems that are available for each of these regions. And if any of them are in your interest, you can definitely go ahead and add them to your team. Anyway, it seems that we still have the stowaway in the ship. I'm surprised to see him here. The last time we saw him was in the mines, and it was definitely a tough time back then. After all, we were kind of fugitives. In this case, it's only him since we do have access to the ship. Alright, I have completely explored the ship. The only thing left to do is head upstairs to the deck. Yeah, we can definitely talk to Augustine here as well. Now, there is a part where Augustine talks about his childhood in Tukma. And yes, Augustine is from Tukma. Unfortunately, I accidentally skipped his dialogue, so I have no idea on his storyline. If any of you watching this knows his storyline, please let me know in the comment section. I'm pretty interested in that. Heading upstairs, it seems that Narwhal has gotten a full upgrade. We have Aklana here maintaining all of the engines, and in the navigation room, let's see who we have. Ooh, Kemal, alright. I'm pretty sure you would have seen all of these characters. We have had a heavy story on them in Tukma. We also have One-Eyed Madhav just chilling here, which is surprising. Anyway, I guess the only thing left for me to do is go out in the deck. As usual, we have Arya here. And of course, we try to kind of give her a small taunt. After all, she has been treating us pretty bad, even though we have been nice to her. But back to the business. Let's see what we have to do. If I have to take a guess, it's probably the stolen TemTems from Dr. Sasaya's lab. She did mention that there were a couple of digital TemTems that have been stolen and released into the wild. We probably would have to resolve that issue. We also have the fact that we have not yet talked to Max's parents about her sad disappearance. That is to be covered as well. But the first thing I'll do is definitely go ahead and try to find the flying castle of Belsoto clan. I'm pretty sure it's quite next to the village or the entrance of Cipanku. So let's see how that goes. For now, we are supposed to go full ahead. Unfortunately, Oklana here is a bit worried about her wife, so we have to help her. Alright. I think I know which room her wife is in. Probably we would have to talk to her. This is a bit awkward considering that this is something Oklana herself has to talk about. But Izel is here. Of course, she thinks that we are here to keep an eye on her, even though she is here to help and support Oklana. If you're wondering about the backstory, it's a bit complicated. I myself do not want to go into it, but if you did watch my episodes for Tukma, you'll definitely be able to catch up on the storyline. I could give you a small recap. The fact is that back when we crashed in Tukma, Oklana just broke her leg and she wasn't able to kind of walk. In order to help her, we met with her wife Izel and we were able to find some kind of medicine to help Oklana move back to the town, which is all the way in the other side of Tukma. I guess Izel at this point is a bit worried that Oklana might get hurt again, and she kind of does want to support the rebellion that we're doing against Belsoto clan, so that's why she is here. I do not understand why Oklana is a bit concerned. Maybe she thinks that her wife cannot battle against Belsoto clan. I'm not sure. Either way, we are just gonna go ahead and defeat Izel here in a battle. I think this battle is pretty interesting. It shows the TemTems that Izel here actually uses. In any case, I think my team members are doing pretty well. I do have them all at level 65 to 66. I think by the end of this episode, they probably will be around level 68. So that is gonna be my goal. Now that we have talked to Oklana's wife, we are just gonna go ahead and head back to her. I was wondering if there's a way to heal up my TemTems, but apparently not. Oh well. Pretty sure that we will have more battles like this one. Once we do head out, I completely forgot that I was supposed to go back to Oklana. But anyway, let's quickly talk to Arya. She does give us another side quest. Going into the navigation room, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to Kemal. It's surprising, but apparently everyone here definitely wants to go ahead and battle me. Sure. Yep. We are just gonna go ahead and battle One-Eyed Madhav. This is pretty cool considering that we have already known these characters for quite some time. So seeing them battle against us give us an idea of what kind of TemTems they are using. In this case, I definitely have to switch out. There we go. I do have Oshukan up in front. This is just to try and get it leveled up as soon as possible. It is at level 48, which is a bit higher than all of these TemTems. Although I must say it doesn't really have a good moveset right now. But we were still able to take down the first two TemTems. That's pretty good. All I'm hoping at this point is that we do not get attacked by Belsoto clan. It's already happened once and I am afraid that it will happen again. Anyway, it seems that One-Eyed Matthew has 5 TemTems. We were able to at least take one of them down. Might have to switch out Oshukan at this point. There we go. In this case, I did decide to go into Saku. As for Gazuma, I'm just gonna go ahead and use Electric Storm. I'm pretty sure that I am gonna get, pretty bad damage and go down in this turn. But that's alright. Gazuma does have pretty high level, so I'm not too worried about it. Switching into Antan. Let's see how this goes. Now for Turok, I'm guessing it is part Earth and part Wind. I might be wrong, but I kind of feel that that is the theme, considering that there are no rock types in this game. Although I must say that was a pretty good battle. Thankfully we did win. Alright, after this I definitely have to head out. All I'm hoping at this point is that I should not have a battle against Arya. That would be pretty tough. Either way, going back to her, we finally tell her that we are ready to head to Cipanku. Right? It seems that we have a loading screen. Unfortunately, my internet is a bit slow today, so it did take me quite some time for this screen to load. But here we are. Nyodo. This is the new town where we're supposed to be. As per Arya, I think we are supposed to go ahead and quickly explore a new place called Ivaba. I'm really not sure where it is, but checking out the map, it does unlock the whole city. When we do try to enter, it seems that we are supposed to go to Ivaba. Probably this is not Ivaba. Ooh, alright, there is actually a rock structure which takes us to Ivaba. Alright, so this is the new area that we are supposed to explore even before we enter the first town. That's alright. Thankfully, we do have a Temporium here, so I'll quickly be able to heal up my TemTems. Since this is a new area, we do have a lot more new TemTems here. I can talk about this in sections, considering that this area is right now divided into different sections where different TemTems are available. So there are 5 different areas for this place. The first area right here in front of the Temporium has Scarawat. That is the only TemTem that you'll be able to find, and you'll be able to catch it as well in case if you haven't back in Dennis. The second part is the one that we are heading into. Once I do get there, I'm gonna talk about the new TemTem that we'll be able to find there. Now we do have multiple different paths that we can take in order to complete this area. If you are looking to complete it as soon as possible, you do not have to go through these side pathways and battle all of these optional trainers, which I am battling right here. But you'll be able to find a couple of stickers. So if you are trying to collect the stickers or items, this is the way to go. Anyway, it seems that we have 2 new tamers here. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat them. I'm also trying to be a bit more careful not to let Oshukan faint. I just need to try and level it up as soon as possible. As you can see, the TemTems here are pretty higher in level. I guess I was just trying to expect TemTems around level 55 65, but these ones are at level 63, which is quite higher. I do have to be a bit more careful. Now we do have a new TemTem here, Galvant. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find this TemTem in this area. Although it is in a different section, I'm just gonna go ahead and mention it once we are going through that section itself. Either way, moving forward, let me quickly pick up the sticker right here. And jumping down, we are back to the previous ledge. There we go. We do have, or do seem to have, two tamers here. Belsoto headhunters. Pretty interesting. I definitely have to go back and forth for a couple of times to just keep my TemTems healed up. In this case, that is what I'll do after this battle. We do have Xenorith here. It's gonna be a bit more tougher. Although I think I'll be able to manage against it. It's probably Yukama who I'm a bit worried about. For the next turn, I decided to switch out Antan. Gazuma is pretty good. Luckily, Yukama actually targeted Gazuma, which means I do get a chance to take down Xenorith. So that is pretty helpful. Gazuma also learns a new move, Blizzard. I'm just gonna go ahead and teach it because why not? It seems to be more powerful. This reminds me, I really hope that Saku will also learn a new move. I remember that it does have Turbine, but it is really not that powerful. Unfortunately, Oshikan did go down right there. Pretty sad, although I do have to be careful the next time. I'm also planning on just trying to grind and level it up. Probably possible once I complete this episode. Ibaba is an isolated place, so I think this will be a really good area for me to just go ahead and train up my TemTems. This battle is definitely a bit more challenging. I think it might be due to me not using the right TemTems. Unfortunately, Antan is at low health. If not, I think it would be a better choice. We have one more TemTem to take down. As usual, Valish is pretty strong. It is part crystal and part neutral. Definitely a really good addition if you have not added Gallus, which is part melee and part crystal. In any case, let me quickly heal up my TemTems and head back. I definitely also need some supplies. For some reason, I forgot them the last time. Now we are entering the second section, which is through this ledge here, and jumping to the next one. At this point, we do get a cutscene with General X. It seems that they are trying to find someone. Interesting. Either way, before moving forward, I had to jump down in the smaller ledge over there. It does have two different pathways. By jumping down through the north ledge, we have a tamer here. I believe this will actually lead us back to the Temporium. If we do jump down from the other ledge, it probably will move on forward and we will have to kind of take a longer route to go ahead and come back. Either way, it seems that this tamer actually has a Ampling. Ampling is a TemTem that you'll be able to kind of find in the next area. It's in the grass right here in the pathway where we are standing, as well as the cliff that is on the top. But of course, I myself already have the Ampling. I remember that I got one through trading in this game, so I probably will not be catching it. But you'll definitely be able to go ahead and find an Ampling pretty easily. Scarawat is also available in the next area. Now here we do see Regnit, which is actually the evolution of Gallivant, which we did see before. It is purely a electric type TemTem. So if you do want to switch your electric type TemTem from Gazuma to another one, Regnet is pretty strong. Although I would definitely recommend focusing on probably your fire type TemTem, considering that we do have a dojo that is coming up, which is having, well, probably most of the TemTems are crystal type in that dojo, so you will need something to counteract. In my case, it's just gonna be Oshikun and Antan. Of course, I believe that melee moves are super effective against crystal as well, so that will help. Either way, there we go. Aiko is defeated as well. Now this route is super pretty. As you can see, the pathway is filled with pink colored grass as well as trees as we move on forward. Now in this grass you'll be able to find Ampling. You can definitely go ahead and catch one. Jumping down, we get 2 new items, and moving forward it seems that we are back to where we were. Alright, I've gone ahead and healed up my team once more. Now instead of climbing above, I'm just gonna jump to the other side. It seems that we have another trainer here. I'm actually surprised that this route has so many optional tamers. In any case, I'm just gonna go ahead and battle all of them, but definitely something you can completely avoid. This tamer actually has 2 new TemTems. I'm pretty sure we have seen Spazi before, but Amptire over there is actually a newer TemTem. I'm also pretty sure that it is only a electric type TemTem. This pathway is just filled with a lot of electric type TemTems, so if you want to add a newer one, definitely this is the time to add one. In my case, sadly, my TemTem doesn't come until probably in the 6th region, so I definitely have to wait a bit more. That's alright. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on defeating this tamer. Even though the TemTems are not that higher in level, they're definitely having some stronger moves, and it seemed to be taking a bit more time for me to just defeat them. Either way, I think the only thing I would be praying at this point would be that this game should not crash. It does have a tendency of crashing if your internet connection is not that good. Although I have a pretty good internet connection, my cord is a bit loose, so sometimes it just due to the wind or something, it just falls down, which means that my internet connection just breaks. I hope that doesn't happen in this episode. Anyway, moving forward, we do have a chance to come to this taller ledge. This is where we were before. We have one more tamer here. Even though this is I believe a dead end, I wonder why he is just standing here. Hopefully we'll be able to get to know more. He only has one TemTem, Rolder. I think I might have to switch out Oshikun, but it definitely is leveling up pretty fast. If you remember, Oshikun was at level 46 when I started out this episode, and now it is at level 50. Hopefully it will be at level 55 in the least by the end of this episode. Thankfully, Rolder is pretty easy to defeat, and we do get a huge chunk of EXP. It seems that he was just inspecting this stone right here, although I was here more for the sticker. Going to the top ledge, we do have not only this pair, but there's also another pair of Belsoto soldiers that I'll have to defeat. So let me quickly go ahead and defeat them. But if you run around in the grass, you'll be able to find Ampling. Ooh, alright. I think this is the first time we're actually seeing Tortonite, which is actually the full final evolution of Crystal, the Crystal type starter. It looks super cool, although I am not sure if it's just a Crystal type at this point or does have a part melee. Probably it does. My starter did not evolve the last time, so I have no idea on this. Unfortunately, Oshikun did go down and so did Saku. This battle seems to be a bit more tougher than what I thought. Thankfully, I do have Antan, so I'll definitely be able to take down Crystal. In any case, let me quickly go ahead and try to revive Oshikun. Yep, I need a power revive for that. Ooh, that was pretty bad. Alright. This battle is way too much to handle. Let me quickly try and at least take them down before they take my Antan down. Electric Storm is a pretty strong move. At least one of the TemTems did go down. Meteor Swarm takes... Ooh, never mind. It did not take down Turtonite. I was actually hoping for it right there. Oshikun grows another level and Rockfall is a really good move, so I'm just going to add it to the moveset. And the next turn, we are able to take down Turtonite. There we go. I believe at this point, we have seen the final evolution for all of the 3 starters. And I must say, I really like the final evolution for Turtonite. It definitely looks super cool. Let me know in the comment section which final evolution you really like. At this point, I have to just go back to the Temporium. So let me quickly go ahead and defeat these 2 tamers. Alright, they seem to have a Banshee. I also actually use the field to heal up my whole team, which is pretty helpful. But I do have to recharge it. So Temporium it is. But once that's done, we are just going to go ahead and do a bit more rock climbing. Try to see all of the dead ends before reaching the end. It also seems that General X is trying to find someone. Probably if we do find that person first, maybe we'll be able to help that person. You never know. Right, that was pretty good. Unfortunately, Oshikun did go down again, which is a bit annoying. I definitely have to be more careful. Ooh, they actually have Scaravolt, which is actually the evolution of Scarbat. Scaravolt has a durable trait. It actually boosts all of its stats but cuts down the HP in half. I think that's really bad. Unless you have an item that you can actually equip to Scaravolt, having that trait is never helpful. In any case, now that we have defeated those 2 tamers, they do run away. Let me quickly heal up and come back. Alright, here I am going to the end. We have 4 different pathways that we are able to take. I'm just going to go ahead and take the right pathway now. We get another cutscene. So it seems that they have found the man, but they are yet to bring him in. If you're wondering about the other 2 pathways that I have yet to explore, I'm going to go ahead and go through them on a later stage. Although there is one more update. The new pathway that we just went through is actually the Area 3. Area 3 is pretty short, but it does have a lot of new TemTems. You'll be able to find Mimit, which is a digital TemTem that you have probably seen before in the episode that I did for Dennis. Of course, we were able to find it in Cipanku. Other than that, you'll be able to find Galvin and Spazi. Personally, I think I have yet to catch Galvin and Spazi. So once we do complete the whole cutscene with General X, I'm just gonna go ahead and catch these TemTems. For now, focusing back on the pathway that we are going through, the one that I chose is actually the right pathway to reach the floating castle. So we are just gonna move on forward. The grass that you might see after this, that is moving forward from this tamer, you'll only be able to find 3 TemTems. That is the Area 4 and only has Scarwat, Spazi and Galvin. So if you've already caught Mimit, and you don't really want to catch it again, just move on forward here. The grass you can see in the top left of the screen, that is the one I am talking about, is actually the area 4. I'm also trying to be a bit more careful. It seems that we have to go down a couple of ledges. Moving forward, we have 2 pathways that we can take. Jumping down one of them, we are able to see another cutscene. Ooh, seems that that person actually knows maths, which is interesting. Maybe we'll be able to find them at some point. Either way, we have 2 more tamers here. And yes, it has been over an hour since I have started this episode. I believe in real time this episode took me around 1.5 hours to record. So it's definitely pretty long. The main reason for this was probably because of the fact that I was trying to keep Iwaba in one huge episode. We don't really have to return back to this area after this, so it's a bit more easier. Anyway, these TemTems are definitely pretty strong. Level 52 and 51, but still are quite challenging. Thankfully, I did have the right TemTems up in front and was able to take them down. Moving forward, I'm pretty sure we are coming to the 5th area. Yep, this huge staircase is actually the 5th area. Here you'll be able to find Ampling, Paharak and Spazi. I'm really not sure why they divided this whole place into different smaller regions or different smaller sections. Either way, it I guess makes it a bit easier to find a couple of TemTems. We are once more challenged by 2 older couples who really do not care for the fact that we are in a hurry. They just want to defeat us. I guess the only way for us to go forward is defeating them, so let me quickly do that. Although I must say I'm enjoying the scenery as well. This is one of those really beautiful places in the game. I believe the last time I talked about this was back in Anak Volcano, which is in Nanga. The crystal area over there is really nice. I think the giant banyan tree over there is also super cool. But Iwaba is unique to its own as it does have a depiction of sakura trees. Anyway, we're definitely having a bit of an issue with the battle. I really thought I took down Regnant over there. Thankfully, Oshikan did survive, so I can just go ahead and keep it on the field. I'm gonna go ahead and try using Electric Storm to take both of these TemTems down. Thankfully, Oshikan survived and we are able to get it to level 52. Not bad. Now that this is done, I'm not sure if I have to heal up my TemTems, but I probably would have to do that. I'm being a lot more careful. Unfortunately, I got another cutscene. This time they were able to find the guy. We tried to stop General X from taking the captive. But of course, in turn, we would have to battle the lieutenant. I should have just healed up my TemTems. This is really bad. Okay, let me think about it. The first thing I did was go ahead and switch into Saku. I definitely do not want Oshikan to go down, as I will not be able to heal it up if it does. We are going against a Gallus and Saku at level 61, which is super high. Let me try to take at least one of them down. Thankfully, Anton is at full health, which is pretty helpful. Saku will be focusing on the opposite side, Saku, and I will just try to use Meteor Swarm. Ooh, never mind. Anton did go down. That was a pretty bad thing to happen. I guess my starter it is. Let me focus on taking down Saku and see how that goes. Alright, pretty ticky. Yeah, this is really bad. Let's see if this Saku... Never mind, it didn't go down either. Alright, this battle is gonna be much tougher than I thought. Switching back into my Oshukan, we have to take down Focus as well. Alright, this turn I believe Oshukan will go down. I had to switch out into Gazuma again. Thankfully Gazuma did survive and my Saku is faster, so I was able to take down the opponent one. There we go. I definitely have to heal, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to survive if I did. So I decided to just go with the moves. As you can see, it did take down my Gazuma. Unfortunately, it was not faster enough. Thankfully, I do have Oshukan and it goes down as well. Great. This is definitely a tough battle. Let me just go ahead and heal up my Saku. Thankfully, Focus took a turn to rest, which did give me a chance to take it down. There we go. Right here, my software did crash, but thankfully we are back. It seems that we have another new cutscene. By the way, this cutscene will kind of play after you defeat the lieutenant, which I just did. Unfortunately, it seems that General X has decided to just go. They have ditched the lieutenant as well, which is pretty sad. He tries to run away, but at least we were able to save the little guy over there, who might be able to give us some knowledge on what's happening. Either way, the flying castle is gone. Alright. I guess that was what I had to expect. Alright. The only way to go forward is jump down and traverse from here. We do have a bit more climbing up. Couple more dead ends, but I'll be able to just go ahead and collect all of my items. Now that we have completed the main storyline for this part or this area, let me quickly go ahead and collect all of the items that are available. Going back to where we were, this is the huge hilltop where we had just jumped down the other side. Making my way back, this is the section 3. I decided to just go ahead and catch Spazi as well as Galvin. Luckily, I was able to find Spazi right here. Unfortunately, I took it down. That was just unexpected. Let me just run around here. I believe I'll be able to find them pretty soon. There we go. I actually caught the Galvin. Unfortunately, I forgot to record it. Yes, this is something that's happening today. But at least I was able to find the other two routes. So here we are. These are the two routes that we had yet to explore. Moving forward, I was able to find a Ampling. I believe I've already caught this one, so I'll be able to just move on. The only TemTem that is left is Spazi, so I'll quickly go ahead and catch it offline. But in any case, you'll be able to find only around 4 new TemTems in this region. But I think that is all for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and end out this episode here. In the next one, we get to enter the city and explore it. I'm pretty sure we have quite a lot of things to complete. Hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it really helps me a lot. Now this screen is definitely much more prettier, but I'll see you all in the next one.